Hey, what is up everyone? This is PvT-Mitten's, and today I'm going to be doing my game series I'd like to see return. And as you can tell by the title, this is an actual PC list, and it's an RTS genre, which will be more of that, and it's the only Blizzard game I'll have to talk about, so let's get this one out of the way. Now, before I begin, I will give you a brief history on me and the series. I grew up playing RTS games in the 90s. In fact, it was my favorite genre for a long time before the genre became what it is today. I I had a Mega Drive, or Genesis as North Americans call it, but I only played it for a few games here and there, but I was mainly PC. Same with the 64 and same with the PlayStation 1. In fact, I never really left PC gaming until the PS2 got me off PC gaming, but I still played PC gaming now and again after that, but not as much as I did in the early 90s, mid 90s as well, sorry, in the late 90s. 90s in general, sorry. Could have worded that better. But RTS games, that's all I played. Warcraft, Command & Conquer, Total Annihilation, KKND, War of the Worlds, Dune, you name it, I played it. So let's get started with the actual series. Warcraft released in 1994 for the PC, of course. Now, its actual name is Warcraft Orcs and Humans. Now, this actually doesn't have an added up review score like, Game Ranks or Metacritic, so I can't give you an actual score, but I remember this game getting Game of the Year and all that there in magazines, so you're looking at a very high rated game, and a game that did push its genre as well, like Command & Conquer would do after. So the best thing to say about this game is it pioneered RTS like Dune 2 did. And what can you say about that? If it pioneered its genre and one of the biggest money genres of its era, of the 90s, you can't argue with that. I also remember the big booklets that they came with. There used to be a really big booklet that had an orc holding a decapitated human's head. And I always thought that was really, really creepy as a kid. But now seeing it, you're like, damn, that artwork is amazing. They'll never do it like that ever again because, let's face it, the World of Warcraft series is like some kiddies cartoon aesthetic to it. But that's Warcraft 1. Now in 1995 we got Warcraft 2, Tides of Darkness. Now without being a fanboy, let me just say this. Warcraft 2 is one of the greatest PC games ever made, one of the greatest RTS games ever made, and I honestly believe it's the best game Blizzard ever made. And this is coming from someone that has played all of Blizzard's big titles. And for me to say that, I know is a lot because you got your Diablo, your StarCraft, that there. But I honestly believe this game just wipes the floor with every one of them. This game does have a Game Ranks review of 95%. That gives you a rough idea, and honestly, it's well deserving of that. And I played this game so much as a kid that I honestly... The only game that got me off this game, eventually, was Red Alert. Command & Conquer Red Alert for anyone that doesn't know. So, the year after, 1996, we got Warcraft 2 Beyond the Dark Portal, which was an expansion pack to Warcraft 2. I honestly remember playing this and thinking, it's okay. It's not as good as, say, Command & Conquer's Covert Operations, which was the far better add-on pack for its, game. But Dark Portal was alright. I mean, it wasn't expensive, because back in the day, they weren't full-price games. So, can't argue there. But it was a really good expansion for what it was. And could have been better, but it was good for what it was. There's no review score of this either, so I can't give you one on that. So I apologize there. So, up next we got Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos in 2002. So as you can see, that's a pretty big gap between 2's add-on and 3 itself. This is sitting at 92% on Metacritic. And quite frankly, I think it's the best modern Blizzard game that's been released. Now, I know it's like a 2002 game. I can't really call it a modern Blizzard game. But comparing it to, say, StarCraft 2, Overwatch, Diablo 3, I honestly think it's better than all those games. And it goes to show this series had not fallen off the radar. Yes, it's not as good as Tides of Darkness, but it is amazing nonetheless, and definitely better than the first Warcraft game and the expansion to Warcraft 2, of course. Um, so after that, 2003, we got Warcraft 3, Frozen Throne. This was the expansion for that. This got 88% on Metacritic, and I think this is the best expansion they've ever released for any Blizzard game that's ever been made. And especially after the Beyond the Dark Portal being, okay, Frozen Throne was amazing. It really showed that they had learnt from that, and honestly was a fantastic expansion. Um, so that's the end of Warcraft. Because just a little rant here before we continue. They turned the series into what is now known as World of Warcraft, which everyone knows it's synonymous for, people with no life, all that fucking shit. But I don't play World of Warcraft. I got so pissed off at what they did to Warcraft. I've never touched World of Warcraft. I'll never touch it. Same with Sega's Phantasy Star series. I religiously grew up with the four Phantasy Star games. Played the Sega Dreamcast version of Phantasy Star, the online one. Thought, it's okay. And I never touched the series after that because I just thought it was an insult what they did to the series. This is the same with Blizzard. They turned their series that put them on the map, and quite frankly, the best franchise they've ever put out, into some kiddies fucking Disney version of it. I mean, you go back and play Warcraft, and there were, epic, they had, blood, violence, really dark story, and now it's just a joke. And what annoys me more is when the series is brought up, it's always World of Warcraft. It's brought up. The Warcraft series is just gone off. It's gone. No one, unless you're a true RTS fan, you do not know the hardship that this series has suffered because of Warcraft, World of Warcraft. Now I remember when the movie came out last year. I remember a whole lot of people bitching that it was nothing like World of Warcraft, and you're like, that's because it's based off Warcraft. And I actually remember some fucking idiot turning around saying, "What's Warcraft?" And you're just like, the series that World of Warcraft actually is based off. Oh, it's a joke. And I mean, Blizzard should really make Warcraft 4. There's no excuse for them not to make it, especially after the long hiatus it took for Diablo 3 and StarCraft 2. They've just finished off Overwatch. Overwatch is just now going to get, expansion packs added to it. There's no excuse for not to have Warcraft 4 being launched, and it doesn't have to intervene with World of Warcraft. It can just be, it's its own thing, and there's still World of Warcraft going for the people that enjoy World of Warcraft. So yeah, that's really what I want to bring up. There's not much I can say because story-wise, that's up to Blizzard. I can't really, talk about that there. But yeah, there's no excuses. It should not be a Warcraft 4. And I've said it before. I'll never touch World of Warcraft ever because of what it did to the series. And yeah, that's that's really all I can say, guys. I know it's not exciting, but I just wanted to get this out because I haven't done a PC game or an RTS game. So I might be doing Phantasy Star next, which is going to be a pretty long video, but I'll see how that goes. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Private Mittens. Take care, guys, and see you later.